Hello and welcome to World of Warships with Montrala. Today I have a full tier 8 battle. It's carrier battle and I'm sailing Japanese gunboat destroyer Akizuki. Akizuki is the first Japanese gunboat destroyer in the line. And actually to get research points needed to buy my Paolo Emilio and to do some YOLOs with this, I resetted this line and grinded this again, and this is one of the early games I was using for the grind. So at the moment I have only 14 point captain with two 4-point skills. One is concealment and second is range, but I have a stock hull, so I don't have a full possible health on my Akizuki. And actually Akizuki is for me quite hard destroyer to play. I do not have a good win ratio on it, and actually now that I'm grinding back, it looks like I improved my win ratio a bit. But Akizuki is big, is slow, doesn't turn very easily, and I of course have tendency to sit in my smoke broadside to every torpedo sent into my smoke. But going back to this battle, I'm mostly afraid of the carrier and the radar cruiser Baltimore, and I spawned in the middle but decided to go towards an objective A and to support my Oland, because I know that usually around Cap A there is a lot of fighting to be done. And actually going back to the spec, because I don't have any modules researched like hull, I also don't have gun range research on Akizuki at the moment, so that's why with the skill for increased gun range I have only 13.6 kilometers range instead of the 15 kilometers range that is possible. I tried to do some early damage, but didn't actually hit anything I was shooting at, so I must still work a bit on my aim. I was detected, so I expected to find a destroyer, and here is a destroyer. So this Oland going YOLO against a gunboat destroyer. Those Japanese gunboats do have quite good DPM even without any additional skills that improve DPM. Naturally from Kitakaze you can take a module to increase the reload. Akizuki can't have this module, but still it has 8 quite fast firing 100mm guns, and actually my Oland picked a kill on the other Oland, but that's okay, it's called teamwork. So I decided to shoot a bit at Baltimore, because as I said, this is the cruiser that I'm a bit afraid of because of radar, so if I can work a bit on her health, that's why not. 3 damage actually. Looks like Baltimore got bored being farmed and decided to move, so I'm trying to reverse a bit to hide behind the island. And here she is, trying to return the favor. So I decided that is the best time to smoke up. Oh, Baltimore is trying to go into radar range, I think. That's why I'm thinking about maybe moving out a bit. Yes, and here is radar. So I expected this radar, but I didn't evade good enough, so I lost a solid chunk of my house. So this actually will haunt me back later in the match, and looks like our Holland have some good torpedoes on Baltimore, and she took second kill. Now it looks like we have a situation in around capture point Alpha more or less solved. Bismarck is running away. North Carolina probably will be not very happy to stay here, so I decided to move a bit to the south and then push through the enemy spawn towards Center Cap. We have a comfortable lead in this battle at the moment. We have 1 kill of advantage, over 200 points advantage. We have 2 caps versus 1 cap, so basically what could go wrong at this point? Yeah, everything. But we will go to that in due time. At the moment I'm trying to move to get this North Carolina in range, and I want to do some shooting at her as soon as I will be able. So I'm looking if I can send my shots over this island. Apparently I can. Actually, Akizuki shells are quite fast initially, 1000 meters per second, but small caliber and light shells are losing speed fast. That's why they have a high firing arc, and actually with the full range build, 15 kilometers range, it's not easy to hit things with Japanese gunboats, but thanks to long stream of shells coming, when it's a battleship, it's easy to find a good aiming spot and correct for the movement. So that's how I picked my first kill, North Carolina, and basically we won this flank. Looks like the red team won the sea flank, and now both teams will, as usual, clash in the center, but we had advantage on kills, but not anymore. We lost destroyer actually. Enemy Kagero managed to torpedo our Xianyang. So that's not a good news, but nothing to be really worried about. We have a big advantage on points, we have advantage on caps, and we can basically in 5 minutes we can win on on points. So now I'm moving towards my Åland, probably thinking that I can catch this Vladivostok or this Bismarck. Our Amagi back in B9 is asking for help, but I'm not sure how anyone of us can provide any help. And a red team Vladivostok entered the B Cup, so the situation is not looking as good as before, but we still have a comfortable lead, so things are not going bad. And actually Vladivostok will soon be in my firing range, and she is one battleship versus 4 of our battleships: Tirpitz, Bismarck, North Carolina, and another Bismarck. So what could go wrong? Practically impossible for anything to go wrong. And Vladivostok is in my range, so I opened fire on her in open waters. She has a more interesting targets to shoot than a destroyer. And now I'm behind an island, trying to find good aiming point. I'm not so sure why my shells are falling short, and actually in several situations recently playing I found out that for unknown reasons the shells that should be on target are landing short. Oh, Vladivostok is reversing, but unfortunately she managed to get a cap. Actually no, the Vladivostok was resetted, so that's enemy destroyer that took the cap. That should be a hint for our battleships that there is destroyer inside the B cap, and the situation is probably not very good. They are to push, but our Bismarck decided to go straight to the Vladivostok and actually to give broadside, and she got herself torpedoed by the Akizuki in the other team. So we are still on equal number of kills, but no, okay, we got a lead for a bit because Lexington took North Carolina, but they are North Carolina took Tamagi, so we are back the same situation. And unfortunately our North Carolina decided to go on me and to push me away from the position that I was able to shoot this Vladivostok. You can probably tell I was quite pissed off by that, but what can you do about players who are not watching when they are sailing? Fortunately our Åland, who has a very good game, managed to kill this Vladivostok, but it was a flesh wound middle for her, and enemy Akizuki is found, and she's going for our carrier. So the carrier can deal with one destroyer, yeah, that she detected. Sure, carrier can deal with the destroyer. This destroyer is not even full health, so the carrier surely can deal with a destroyer. What could go wrong? Oh, I decided that at this point we actually lost our advantage over enemy team. So I'm moving into the capture point Bravo to get it back, because if nothing will change we will lose on point. And our carrier decided to implement very interesting tactics of going straight towards the enemy destroyer. What could go wrong? I can't imagine how this could go wrong. So I'm looking about what to shoot and what is going to shoot me. Fortunately, this Prince Eugen is not looking my way. Only Bismarck secondaries are shooting at me. I'm checking situation of our carrier. Akizuki is next to the carrier. I'm thinking about that maybe I can send some shells toward this Akizuki, but I have more important things to do. Actually, enemy carrier is trying to torpedo me, so that's not a good situation for me. That's why I'm quite nervously looking around to decide what I can do. I barely avoided this torpedo, and now Akizuki killed our carrier, because what could go wrong? And Akizuki is taking capture point Alpha that we together with Holland took before. Excuse me. So the Bismarck is going a bit away, and now I got a cap, and I'm thinking about what to do. So basically I will try to send some torpedoes toward this Bismarck, thinking that she will maybe probably sail towards the capture point Alpha, not going into the Bravo, but I was mistaken, and those torpedoes are as good as not being sent. But thanks to Bismarck guns looking other way, I decided that I will try to get some damage at her. My North Carolina, the one that rammed me before, and my Bismarck are moving toward capture points C and enemy carrier. I unfortunately miscalculated how I can go near this island, so I lost some health due to this, and I'm thinking what I can do. If nothing changes, enemy will win in less than 2 minutes. Oh, basically I can't fight with Bismarck directly. Enemy carrier will die, I'm sure. Yes, Bismarck managed to pick a kill, and I'm not sure about rushing this Bismarck, so I decided, okay, I will rather try to face Akizuki and get the cap. And here she is, and she is a bit higher on health than I am, but she's slow to open fire, and looks like I have a chance to win this one-on-one. Yes. Yes. So I've got this Akizuki on one-on-one. We are still on losing situation, but we have more points than the enemy team, and I'm sure that with me entering the Alpha Cup, we can win on points, because I slowed enemy point guy enough, and actually me killing this Akizuki gave us enough point to win this very close match. So my final result is a bit over 70,000 damage, only 2 kills, but the second kill was the most important one in the match. 1 solo capture, didn't have any torpedo hits, but took 8 planes down, over 380 main gun hits, and set 7 fires. I ended first on my team with a bit over 2100 base XP, and the Holland that was playing on my flank also get a nice 2100 XP. Well, as you can see, the kills that I picked, so Akizuki and North Carolina, were not actually a lot of damage. The most damage I done on Baltimore, then a bit of Bismarck, Holland, and Prince Eugen. So I think you enjoyed watching how this match, basically my team, after having this match won, decided to throw it away and to lose this match, and then enemy team had this match basically won, and my good decision to go towards Alpha and to fire the other Akizuki and winning the gun duel with this other Akizuki, it was what finally swinged this match again and give my team a victory. So I hope you liked it. If yes, please like. If you didn't, dislike. Please subscribe to my channel, and I see you next time. Goodbye.